listeners and viewers. This is the Faison View podcast. We back again, right back at it, back to the grind. Hey man, episode 121. You feel me? Follow me on all social medias. Let's get straight into it, man. Of course, our first topic. RP Nip, man, for real. We gonna get into this, and I really want to have a serious talk about this, man. Oh man. Secondly, we're gonna talk about social media, and we're gonna talk about like its perception dealing with people that are the regular people that are looking on to celebrities. So we're gonna get into it, man. First and foremost, rest in peace, Nick, man. Prayers out to all his loved ones, all his family, everybody that was close and near and dear to his heart. Prayers for them first and foremost. And it's tragic, and I'm tired of it. And come to find out, we hear all the rumors about what's going on. I'm gonna get on to that. Nipsey was just, you can tell and felt his aura that he was a great man with a great mind, with a great ambition, with a great drive, on a mission. He was the one who did it right. And not to say he didn't have anything or not past transgressions or problems or he didn't go through anything. I'm sure he did. I'm sure he went through a lot. But Nipsey was he was an amazing dude. Every time you see an interview with him, not even just musically, he was great musically as well. Especially his last album, Victory Lap. And it really hits you, as a fan of listening to his music and outside looking in, because listen to his music and what he talks about and what he's been talking about in his music, just having a mission and owning his own things, investing in things, giving back to his community, and which he has done. And it's crazy that he was just killed, on his own goddamn on surface, you feel me? His hometown, where he's built, has built and invested in, and gave others jobs, being a man of the people, and not just trying to get any gain back from it. Just straight giving to his hometown because he wants to see everybody prosper. I'm not, like I just said, we all have flaws, but this man, he was just such on a great path, and to see it all just come to crumbles because somebody hating, you feel me, or somebody got in an argument with him, and to get onto them rumors, man, like it's disgusting, and I'm gonna get onto that topic, but it's disgusting and senseless, random outside his own store. It's disgusting, man. It's disgusting. And it goes back to how great of a man he is, because he was focused on a documentary in which a doctor who figured out the cures to AIDS and to cure a lot of things that are not curable in our medical fields today. Cancer, however you name it. He can cure all of it, and this doctor had passed away, and Nipsey wanted to carry on his mission to spread word to the people about this amazing man in this documentary involving, things of the matter where he can cure and help people in need that are sick and millions are dying today, So just a testament to who he was, and it comes to find out, getting conspiracy theorists, and you get into that type of bag, and it's hard not to think that way. And I immediately thought that way as well, because it's like, who would take off, who would just take Nipsey out of this world just for no reason randomly? But come to find out, and what is going on currently, it's black on black crime, and it was one of the homies of his hometown, and supposedly he had got back from jail, and he was known as a rat. And he went to Nipsey's store. He got confronted, And Nipsey, if you're not aware, he's a Crip, rolling 60s. You know, like we don't know well. I don't technically know their culture out there and how things go. But I'm sure, you know, you get checked on certain things and principles and which go on. You feel me? That's how the cookie crumbles. And supposedly, he didn't like the way that situation was handled. The dude who was encountered with Nipsey Hussle and comes back and retaliates. And it's disgusting, man. Like, we had to look in the mirror. We really had to look in the mirror and stop blaming other people as a culture. Our black culture, man, we mug, we grill each other, we take each other out instead of working and building and investing and trying to come together. This is a black on black crime, man. Took him out. Took a great man out of all these loved ones who loved him, his mother, his child, his wife, you feel me? And what's the saddest thing about this cycle is only going to continue. You think they're not going to come for him? You think they're not going to come for his family and things? You don't want that to happen. But the cycle always continues, and more of us die off and die off. We have to look in the mirror at ourselves. How can we change? How can we get better? Now this idiot really just took the life of a great man, a great artist, a great husband, a great entrepreneur, a great father, a great son. You feel me? You taking away from all that over senseless words, bro. It's sick. It's so sick. And I'm tired of the repeating cycle and people pointing fingers and blaming other people. This is another black on black crime that happens every single day. Every single day. And it's broadcasted because of who it is behind. Yes, everybody wants to talk about, oh yeah, well, this happens every day. Yes, we understand that. But if you really looked and delved into who Nipsey was, that's the type of person you want on your side. That's the type of person that's going to ride for you. That's the type of person you see on all these celebrities' pages giving outpouring love. You can show the difference he made while he was here. And the marathon continues, and we just got to continue his mission. We have to continue his mission. And he's one of the reasons I even do this podcast as well. Watching his interviews, watching his content, understanding who I am as a person and what my skin entails, but I have way much more to offer if I really just dedicate myself. He's always spoke that, and the comparisons to Pac are not far off. I'm not gonna lie to you. And a lot of people hurt and feel that way. And I wasn't born when Pac passed away. But I understand what people are saying. I understand what people are saying because this is a dude who did it the right way, or was doing it the right way. Has he encountered BS? Has he encountered a lot of things in his life? We all have. We all have flaws. He was raised in a tough environment. You feel me? He did never let that deter from anything he did in life and who he helped and who he supported and who he invested in. He was always about a bigger picture. And it's just sad and it sucks, man, that he's gone now. It's no words to explain it, and it's hard. And it's heartbreaking. You feel me? Like, it's so heartbreaking. And it's heartbreaking for Lauren London, who they seamlessly in love. They have children, you feel me? He's a son. He's a father. You taking all this away. Taking a great artist from his fans. And it's disgusting, bruh. It's disgusting because it's happening far too often. And us as black, and the scariest thing to be in America is black men. But we do not make the situation better when we're killing off our own kind. That's disheartening, bro. We have to stop. We have to stop. This Nipsey Hussle, this hurt, bruh. This hurt because this man is giving back to his community. He wants to make sure everybody is good and wants to make sure everybody eats. He shows that in his music. He shows that however he moves, when you see him on social media, he's always talking about some positive things. Not in a negative light, despite the background you might think he had. Just because he has that background does not make him any less of a person. And a great person at that. You feel me? Like, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. Prayers out to his family. Like, for real. Not no fake prayers. And I'm mad at people talking about like, oh, well, you didn't know him, you going hard, because it hits everybody. You feel me? Like, why does their reaction have to be the same as yours? Why do they have to know him? And it's better even that they didn't know him. Honestly, not saying it's better, but they didn't know him, and now they see the light of who he really was and the amazing person he was, and get intel on his information and when he was here. What legacy is he holding behind? Different eyes watching now. Yes, you have more eyes watching, and you have more publicity when you're gone. When you're gone, people give you more credit. But at the same time, it's a testament to who he is. And when people look at his catalog and look at his background, they're gonna understand that was a real man. And it's crazy that he had to get taken out this way, 33 years of age, onto bigger and brighter things. He was only just getting started. And he's been in the game for a minute, but he was only just getting started because his whole career was about to go crazy because it was more eyes watching and really understanding how true and real Nipsey Hussle is. Rest in peace, Nipsey. Man, secondly, man, we just going to get to this topic, man. We're going to talk about social media and its really perception, man. Like, shout out to my boy Swavey, 3-6, man. He really pitched me this topic, and it's a good question because now on the flip side of things, how do you think people feel that who are not of fame or who are not as wealthy or not as rich as these celebrities look at their social media at these people that are flaunting or doing everything, just not even a celebrity, and you get kind of, you know, you can feel insecure about yourself because you see all these things and why can't you obtain it, and get confused about your life and try to do different things outside of the box that may not work for you. And it is crazy because I feel like that's why social media is such a con, because it's like it can give you a fake perception of somebody else and how they're living, even if they're not living in that, even if they're faking it and not living that way. The people on the other side of the screen may see something different. You feel me? And might start feeling a way about themselves. So it's like all about who you are as a person when you really perceive things. Because in my point of view, I don't really perceive it that way. I'm on my grind. I'm on my hustle. I see what social media and what it does to people and how people perceive it. I never delved into it. I never let it control me at all. Never let it control me at all. I use it more as a pro. Honestly, I use it for networking. I use it to invest in myself, to invest in things I want to do, my endeavors, my podcast. So, but it was a good question because people probably, you know, stressed and depressed over how they perceive and look at things on another person's page, you know, might think differently about themselves. So I just feel like we all just need to just figure out who we are as people. Do I need these social media apps? Do I need them? You know, because I feel like that's another way you can avoid it. And because you're always going to have people that flaunt and do certain things, you know, for clout. That's just the era we are in. Like, people want to do things for clout, want to be seen. And people on the other side of those screens that are on my end, it, you know, it can deter how they feel about themselves. But we just had to stay strong and stay mindful that social media is not everything. You know what I'm saying? We can use it, definitely using it to our advantages every day, of course. But you don't have to let it control you. Don't let it pull you. Don't let it pull your strings, man. And I just want to give advice to those people, man, for real. Like, keep and stay on your grind, stay on your hustle. You know, the amount of time that you are taking to be looking at these certain pages and people that have clout and wealth and things that you want to obtain, that's the time you taking out of your day to get your hustle on, man. Man, that's it. The Faison View podcast, with you every Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern time. See y'all, man. Tune in. Link in bio. Subscribe. Rest in peace. Nipsey Hussle, man.